So tonight, Bernie Sanders' backed candidate wins in Andrew Gillum, and he gets credit for it. But he also got discredit on the nights that his candidates lost, like Abdullah al-Said, who was running for governor in Michigan, another really dynamic, wonderful, young progressive. And a lot of politicians don't take a lot of chances. So Biden, I think, is 10 for 10 in his endorsements. Yeah. Why? Is he a great prognosticator? No, he goes and backs the guy who already has an excellent chance of winning and has a giant amount of money. And he might do it earnestly. That might be the guy that he thinks is the best candidate, but he's not taking a lot of chances. Bernie takes a lot of chances, which then leads to a lot of headlines on days he loses, like, the disarray and they're not winning and Bernie's not effective. And there was a lot of articles after the Michigan and Kansas races about how ineffective Bernie Sanders was because Abdul lost, Brant Welder lost, etc. But if you don't take those chances, then you don't get Andrew Gillum. And you don't get Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Now, in that case, Ocasio-Cortez was just Democrats. Obviously now, very happy with Bernie Sanders, and they oftentimes go and endorse the same people, deeply progressive, etc. But if the Just Democrats didn't take those chances, we never would have gotten Ocasio-Cortez. If Bernie didn't take these chances, we might not have gotten Andrew Gillum. So I think that people are obsessed about the wrong things. So people in Washington care so much about their winning percentage because it's about their reputation and their so-called credibility. How about you go and fight? You fight for the people you believe in, and you might get improbable victories, and you won't know unless you try.
I don't think Bernie gives a damn, which is also refreshing. Like, I don't think he, you can sit here and say, oh, he's getting blasted because, so-and-so didn't win and so-and-so and Brent Welder didn't win and we didn't do as well in Michigan with the governor. But that's part of what the risk is too. It's like, be damned to those people who are criticizing me. We're gonna get our victories where we get them, and then we're gonna move forward. We don't care about we care about the people who lost, but we know we're uphill.
It's the same attitude that we talked about earlier before Michael got here, back when this was fun. That's why Bernie ran and nobody else ran in 2016, because I don't have those kind of friends.
No, that's exactly right. Exactly right. Because people would have said, oh, Bernie, you're gonna embarrass yourself. Don't, and I'm sure they did say that. Don't run. Hillary is invincible. She just lost in 2008, but they believe it. They believe the machine is invincible. And I'm sure that they told Andrew Gillum. I mean, look, we read you the polls earlier in the night. He was in 4th place as recently as 3 days ago, let alone when he started, and no one believed in him. No one, right? But it turns out if you try, you might accomplish amazing things. And don't care about what other people have to say. I mean, what do you think? The mainstream media is going to come in, or mainstream politicians are going to come in and be like, "You're running against incumbents or people that we've endorsed." Well, good job, hooray for you. No, of course they're going to tell you that you can't win. So don't believe the hype, and that's what part of why. See, and I think a lot of people in Washington don't get why progressives love Bernie Sanders, because he's going to fight for you, whether it's going to be good for him or not. Other politicians are calculating, how is this gonna play for me? How is it gonna play for Bernie? He goes in and goes, all right, let's roll up the sleeves. I like Abdullah Saeed. He's a good guy, right? I just gave him the Trump arm movement, sorry. Okay. I like Andrew Gillum. I like him a lot.
That's right.
So that's why we like him. That's why we appreciate him. And that's why we want to get in the fight for him. So it's a great night for Bernie Sanders. It's a great night for progressives.
It also gives a little bit of relief to Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, I think, to have Andrew Gillum take a little bit of the attention away.
That's right, sure.
That I think was, overwhelming and overbearing as it would be to anybody who just was thrust onto the stage in the way she was. I think that's a good thing too.
Yeah, and so let me back that up with one last thing. So there's other progressives who won, as I keep telling you all night long as we do this coverage live. And by the way, always check out our coverages on every election night, tyt.com/live. You'll always find us here. There are other progressives who won. 24 Justice Democrats have won so far. Cara Eastman with a great victory in Nebraska, etc. But for whatever reason, it didn't get as much attention. But Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez's victory was a turning point. Now Gillum is a second turning point. If we keep going, we'll be back in the same place. But
it's a roundabout.
Right. But so now, the other thing that happens is you got Ocasio-Cortez over here and Gillum over here and Bernie Sanders over here. Wait a minute, we got a team.
Yeah.
Right. And now you got a whole bunch of people. So it's not like one eccentric person or one person. It's a movement. And you and I and all the Young Turks viewers, we knew that all along. You knew it if you were watching Rebel Headquarters and we were interviewing Andrew Gillum and we were interviewing Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. And yes, a lot of the candidates who lost too, and a lot of the candidates, almost all the ones who won, right? But a lot of other people didn't know, and now they know. So tonight's a giant deal. And we appreciate all the people who took those chances, including Andrew Gillum, who ran when nobody thought he had a chance. Okay, now, I'm gonna read you one YouTube super chat and then we'll go to those races, because it's really appreciate it. The Signal, that's his handle, 8 wrote in, and it's very, very nice. He said, I'd like to thank TYT for changing my life. I came from hopeless and homeless in Broward to finding hope in progressives movement. And I did not intend to, it just happened that I'm reading this comment right after we were talking about the movement. He said, I took my new life in fighting back. I got 20 friends and coworkers to vote Gillum. Super emotional.
Wow.
See, but that's how we do it together. So thank you, brother. Thank you for watching. Thank you for saying those incredibly kind words. But most of all, thank you for actually participating and believing. If you didn't believe and other people like you didn't believe and didn't volunteer for Andrew, he wouldn't have won. So on his behalf and on all of our behalf, most especially, thank you to you guys.